Hey guys, it's Raven here, back with part 3 of our Metaphor Refantazio walkthrough. So in the last episode, we fought our way into the Nord Mines, had our little encounter with Captain Klinger, and we had both Stroll and Grius awaken to their new archetype powers. So in this video, we're going to go ahead and continue on, much the same as before. I did notice that the music settings were a little bit loud in the last video, so I went ahead and turned that down. So just let me know if it sounds a little bit better, and hopefully it's a little bit better of a viewing experience for you guys. But we're going to go ahead and get into it then.
What's this? This uncanny feeling in the air.
This place.
The magma here feels awfully dense too. Was it always like this?
It was not. It used to be a completely mundane mineshaft, no different from the others.
That being the case,
perhaps this is what the miner was talking about before. Something about the interior of this place being unusual. Assassinating Luis is our top priority. Do not forget that. Prepare yourselves now, for we have no time for rest until we're through here. Lighten their numbers and watch your health carefully. We clear?
Okay. So you can use the auto recovery feature to just get all of your party's HP to the top levels. I wouldn't generally recommend that unless you're just swimming in abilities to regenerate your MP, just because it's not a very efficient use of your party skills for healing.
Be careful.
You can instead just bring up your skills menu and have your party heal that way. But that is something that you can do. So as we can see here, Gallica's face height doesn't reveal anything about the enemy until you've actually fought them in battle. But we should be able to take these guys on equal footing. And these slimes here are weak to fire, so it's a good thing we have our main character and Grius as mages.
Time for some close talk. Forward!
don't let them come to the archer.
I won't hold back!
So they are weak to fire.
Fire! Just two left!
They're down.
Keep it up!
I know you have this.
Burn! One minute.
Has this
No.
hand.
And they are resistant to all types of physical damage, so we basically have to use our magic here in order to get the win. But we're able to do it pretty easily as long as we get the drop on them.
I think we got
Grius
them all.
does also have more
We'll be
NP
safe for a
than the main character, so ideally we'll be using him to
Right
finish
there.
things off rather than
Time for
Will.
some close talk. Forward! Time for
And
some
as you can
close
see,
talk.
our attack in the overworld does
This is our
change
chance.
based on what
Let's settle
class
this
we are.
quick.
So with the Seeker we had that sort of slash, but with the Mage archetype we have that AoE sort of magic burst.
Fire! Just one left!
They're right.
Yeah, so for the slimes at least, it
Next
is
one
a
will
little
fall
hard
just
to
above.
do anything but use
There's
the
some
fire.
enemy left. Stay sharp.
There they are. Charging in. Time for some
Be
close talk.
careful about whenever you see
Time for some
the
close talk.
exclamation part above their head,
Let's take them all out.
they are trying to target
Let's go.
you
Burn!
and they can hit you, so
Stay
try
sharp.
to avoid that. If they do hit you
Nothing to worry about.
and they are equal or stronger footing than you, you will be at a disadvantage. They'll be able to attack you first.
There's no way I'm
Try to avoid that when you can. On PC, you can use the control button to do a dodge. I don't know the keys for the other systems, but there's a dodge key, so you can use that. Okay, and then let me quickly update my notes. Alright, so we have our first treasure chest here.
Nice.
Take it and let's go.
So agility and endurance, that's what Grius already has, I believe. We check here. Oh no, he has a captain's uniform that does that. I should actually give that to... I don't know, I guess technically the bone vest is a little bit better. But we will go ahead and give that on over to Stroll. He has been having some trouble missing, so the agility will help, and he is sort of our tank at this moment. So we have more slimes over there, but we do have this snake enemy right here.
Right there.
These guys can be quite dangerous, and they like to attack pretty frequently. So just be ready with the dodge key.
This battle's ours.
You make the first move.
And then Serpedia, I need to check my notes. I believe that they're weak to ice. But let me just check here. Yes, they are weak to ice. So we don't have that skill yet. We can just go ahead and use our fire skills, which they do resist. But
Engaging.
I shall fuck.
so we might as well
Tougher than I
just
thought.
attack. We are still doing more damage with our resisted attack
No need to
than
rush this.
the base attack though, so
Only one
Warrior.
left.
go ahead and try to do our diagonal slash and hopefully take this guy out. We get another unscathed triumph. These guys will be a lot easier to deal with once we have our ice attack.
Useful, I think.
Forward.
I knew you could do it.
And the magic attack from the mage is quite adept at dealing with large numbers of small enemies.
All right. How's that?
Good. Strike the
calm
this quick.
Time for
So
some
we're just
close
going to
combat.
use
Take this.
basic attacks with the MC
Made.
because we want to preserve his mana, and Greatest
I
has
call
quite a
upon
lot.
royal power within. Last one.
Joel took one out.
Nice.
Keep it up.
So by not hitting that secondary snake, we didn't risk the
Only
chance
one
of it
left.
recovering
Finish
from
them
stun.
off. We're clear.
To the front.
We can save Greatest's magic a little bit.
Standing. Hey.
Now, what's the play?
Should be able to do it with the slash.
The next one will fall just as easy.
Okay, so we're very nearly level 2
Don't let
on
your guard
our
down yet.
boys here. So we do have another battle with the snake.
See the enemy.
I think they see us.
Charging in. Time for some close combat. Charging in. I'm right here. Time for some close combat.
That was a close call
Don't
there.
let them come to your turn.
Let's go. Better be charging
So
in.
we will
Take this.
There,
just go ahead and auto attack, fire with Greatest,
warrior.
and slash with Stroll.
Last
Joel
one.
took one out.
Not bad.
Keep it up. Only one left. Finish them off and we're clear.
And the same
No
as
need for the
before,
power of heroes. Still standing. I shall.
to save MP on the boys. And that should bring us up to level 2. So we are going to be much more able to deal with those with Blizz.
Slow down.
Alright, we got another chest right here.
We found
Could
something.
be useful.
We got some Magla pills. That's very nice. We're going to endeavor not to use those in this dungeon, but never know.
Right there.
Hopefully we can get this snake's
They
attention.
saw us. On your
Okay,
toes,
well-
everyone. We got this.
We did make the
Charging in.
slimes weak to us now, so
Charging in.
oh,
This won't
snake
stop
did
us.
get the hit on us, unfortunately. Luckily, they are hitting Stroll. We should be able to take them out. So
Your
when we
guard's
get
down.
hit by the enemies, obviously they get to go first. But that is
Freeze.
basically the only detriment.
Hit their weakness.
Mage.
So let's make sure we take out both of the snakes, because they are
can't
the more
afford to hold
dangerous
back.
of these foes.
The engine's sight.
Only 2 enemies left. Stay sharp.
And then use fire to take out the slime.
This there, mate. Burn. I've missed.
What was that, Prius?
Stroll missed. That's another round of attacks. That's rough.
Nice
knock.
dodge. You
Okay,
got
at
some
least he
damage
dodged in
footwork, Stroll.
return.
I'll be getting a head start, thanks.
And then Grace uses his special
Just
ability
barely
there.
holding together.
Ah!
Hurry up, quick.
Alright, so some wins and some losses there. Obviously, if
I
I
feel
had
stronger
paid
already.
attention and dodged a
That'll do
little
it.
bit better, we wouldn't have had to deal with that at all, but oh well. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and go back and deal with some of those enemies there. Before we do that, though, I do want to just quickly heal up a little bit. Should be fine. Like I said, we do want to keep one of those medicinal herbs in reserve.
Take it.
Okay,
No
there are
sense
some
leaving
wolves
it
back
here.
there. And we've got everything in this first section here, so let's go ahead and continue on. Oh, not good. It was all for naught if our way is blocked.
I don't like this.
It's not all either. I'm sensing Magla, and the feeling's only getting stronger. It's disturbing, like back at the fort.
Don't tell me.
Same as the fort. Surely you don't mean...
But
Fear is a luxury we can't afford now, lad. Gallica's words are cause for concern, but right now we need to keep moving.
Luke,
Look closely, lad. There's a gap between those collapsed rocks.
We should be able to squeeze through if we go one at a time. Okay, so we just go ahead and enter through here. Pretty
I see the
easy.
end. Time for some close combat.
Great job.
Right there.
We'll go
Forward.
ahead and try to hit this snake from the back to build its gauge a little bit
Close.
faster.
Come on.
That was a close one.
fine work.
Do not get Quick, everyone, go!
Try this power.
Now, Stroll, if we could not miss,
Nice.
that would be excellent.
3
And
left.
they're down.
They're mine.
I knew you had this.
Please. Time to
Gramps
end
has
this.
this
In the
handled.
name
Part
of
of the
justice.
And I'm just gonna... Well, he does resist it, but because we have 2 half-turn icons, if I pass, I'm gonna lose it completely, so I guess we might as well just basic attack.
Only 2
Won't
enemies
hold back.
left. Stay
10 damage is
sharp.
10 damage.
Cover them.
Let's go.
Oh, and the slimes are also weak to ice. I forgot. But the fire is fine.
I think I'm getting used to it.
That'll do. A new ability.
Okay, so Scroll gets
That was the
damage
last of it.
increase, which is pretty nice. And that did go ahead and take all of the enemies out that were in this area. So we have this little dead end right here with a couple of dogs. So we'll just grab the item and continue on.
Take it with you.
So I think the main way to go is there, but there is another passage with a chest. So we'll go through this way. And he's got these tooth enemies, which are
Very
weak
impressive.
enough to kill in overworld combat as well.
Not bad.
We got iron gauntlets, so we'll give those right on over to Stroll for the extra strength. So let's go ahead and open
What
our
now?
equipment screen. Stroll. I think it is this, so it's more defense as well. So, and then
What
while
now?
we're thinking about it, might as well give this for more evasion, more defense, and an endurance. Never hurts. Definitely isn't a stat that I would prioritize, but it doesn't hurt to have it if it's free. And we'll continue on deeper in. Okay, so now we have the worms here.
Enemies up ahead.
These guys are a little
see the end.
dangerous.
Push through. Dad. This is our chance. Forward.
Advance.
Get in there.
I think these guys are weak to fire as well, but let me check my notes. Well, they're weak to ice. Glad I checked.
Freeze.
You hit their weakness.
Mage. Freeze.
Got them right in their weak
I shall-
spot.
Yeah, we should be able to just
As
auto attack
always,
with
Rius.
Stroll.
It's okay. I won't
And
hold
just to
back.
make sure that we can
Ice.
kill him, we will use ice on both of our boys. Like I said, these
Let's
guys
go.
are quite a bit stronger
Crystallize.
than your standard enemies.
Now, are you prepared? Tougher than I thought.
If I had used the slash with Stroll the first time, I might have been able to deal it. Okay, that is really not good. Alright, let's just turn back and use it properly.
You hit their weakness.
No, let's go. Crystallize.
Got them right in their weak
Are you
spot.
prepared? Hack and
As
slash.
always, Rius.
Mate.
And now we
Freeze.
should be able to take him out normal.
The power of heroes.
Now, what's the play? Warrior!
And we can take him out. Perfect. We get the unscathed triumph and we don't take a bunch of unnecessary damage.
Even easier than expected.
Just part of it didn't think I had anything left to learn.
Don't get too relaxed. These monsters are relentless. Nice find. Looks like
We
it
got
could be
some
useful.
more of those butterfly enemies there
I don't
that
see
are now
anything.
weak.
See the enemy. Right there.
Hey, good one.
Very nice. We'll grab this. We'll grab these side items here, another chest.
All right.
Here we go.
A mining uniform. It's going to be a little bit better than what we have, I
What
believe.
now?
Stroll mining uniform. Yeah. It is just a straight upgrade for him. I'll keep on keeping on. Got a nice little sellable item, and then
Let's push through.
some more doggos. Okay, and then I think we're gonna want to take the lower path here, if I remember correctly. They both lead to the same place, but we got some teeth enemies here.
So,
That's us a rank.
these things grow more
Gets us a rank on our
No. Looks like they
categories.
found us.
I see the enemy.
Okay, luckily it was only the
Forward.
slime that got us.
Get.
Well done.
Okay, hopefully we can take
Right
this
there.
thing.
Vigilance now.
I'm right here.
Don't let them come
Could
to
be our
wide
chance.
open.
Let's go.
So
Better be sure.
now these guys, I don't recall
Wind
what they're
should solve
weak
this.
to.
Let's
They're weak
blow
to
them
wind,
away.
so
By
we
the
don't really
power.
have anything to hit them. We'll go
Nice.
ahead and
Let's keep
Clobbered
this up.
them.
just make sure we can deal with the slime and the snake,
Breeze has this handled.
and
Fight
then
as the
we should
noble
just
I
be
am.
able to auto attack these guys
Only
pretty
2 enemies
effectively.
left. Stay sharp.
Take this. A tough one.
The front.
Yeah, that's what I thought. We can just auto attack them to death.
Remain.
Sit down.
Hopefully
Save our
you'll
MP.
That's just what Grius does. Only one left. Finish them off and we're clear.
Let's. Still here?
This.
Our main character's doing quite a bit of damage right now. I don't know quite why that is, but I'll take it.
The next one will fall just as easy. Okay, not bad at all.
We did level up. Just marking off my thing.
Careful. We've got
No
company.
problem.
See the enemy.
Vigilance now.
Okay, so it is there under the ground.
Time for some close. Charging in. This battle's ours.
Let's take them all
Let's
out.
go.
One fell swoop.
Let's go.
Hopefully we can deal with this in a similar manner to how we dealt with it before, because we definitely don't want to take damage from this thing.
Got them right in their weak spot.
Warrior. Hack and
As
slash.
always, Grius.
Come forth, royal soul.
We'll just use our ice attacks
I won't hold back.
and our attack on Stroll, and we should
No
be able to
holding
take
back.
it just the same as before.
Wish every fight was that easy.
Good amount of XP
Nice.
from those worms
feel
there.
stronger already.
Got a level on Stroll.
If it's useful, I say grab it.
So we can go up here. I think that's actually where we have to go, so I'm just gonna make sure we
There they are.
find the rest of this
Alright.
area
Stash
first.
that somewhere safe.
Okay. Then we can go through this hole right here. And then,
I'd say we're evenly
yeah,
matched.
the
With
serpents
me,
are
you've
still
got this.
I see the enemy.
a hardy enemy, so
This is our chance.
Okay,
All right,
let's give this all we got.
First move.
Vitus power.
so we'll
Nice.
blizz,
Nice.
Clobbered him.
Now, what's the
and
plan?
we will auto attack,
This is their mind.
blizz,
Time to
Grius
end
has
this.
this handled.
Forward.
Only 2
and
enemies
then just
left.
make sure that
Stay
we
sharp.
take these guys out.
Only
In
one
In the
left.
name of
Finish
justice.
them off and we're
And
clear.
I don't want to break this one out of
Go
its
for it.
stun, so I'm just gonna
To the
pass
front. It's in
and
your
set up for
hands.
next turn. We should just be able to auto attack him to death.
Only one left. Finish them off and we're clear.
Blade.
There we go. Another unscathed triumph.
There's no way I'm stopping here.
That's all of them.
Alright, so we got a treasure chest over here.
Nice.
Good find.
Guard's Talisman for more endurance. Go ahead and give that on
now?
over to Stroll. It's going to be our first accessory. Cool. And then we got an item right here. Just more sellable stuff. And now we'll go ahead and head north towards the objective.
Hey!
Hey, see that room over there? The magla feels less dense there compared to the rest of this place. Is that so? I don't feel anything.
But...
I thought it was just a feeling, but now I can see it. It's like the magla hollows out for just that room.
In the Sanctum, I learned that fairies are natural adepts at sensing magla. It's safe to assume that Gallica is no obsession.
How about a break?
Maybe we can get some rest in there. Why don't we head inside?
Indeed.
It's not a bad idea. We should catch our breath before continuing.
Oh, this is our introduction to the game's
Hey.
safe room mechanics.
This does seem like an ideal place to rest. I'm just wondering why the magla's thinner here.
I could tell you much. I couldn't tell you much. I just like a feeling I get.
There is a varying intensity to the magla that floats through at the air. For example, I think of it like steam or smoke. Seems not much could seep into this room. A magla hollow, if you will. Even your igniters won't work as well in here. Magla hollow seems as good a term as any. And all the better if Gallica can sense them.
You could say that. It's easier to spot a big absence of magla when the area around it is flooded with the stuff.
All right.
The beast seemed loath to approach as well. Let's get our breath here while we can.
Okay, so when you are in Magla Hollows, it's the only place in dungeons where you're actually allowed to save. So we'll go ahead and make a record. Just save up. And you can also go to Academia here. You can talk to your allies, but they'll just say some random generic thing about the dungeon you're in. So let's just go ahead and keep on. Keep on keeping on. Okay, so it did stop us from taking this item. Blessed water is very important, so make sure to grab that.
Pardon?
We do have our merchant here. We'll go ahead and sell all the stuff and see if he has anything more to buy. He does have these ice chunks, which if you aren't using a mage, I would definitely recommend grabbing one or two of these for some of the enemies coming up. But everything else, he's just grabbed the same stuff as last time. So we'll go ahead and continue on. And here is time for a boss battle. You can always note that by the smoke coming out of the door.
Wait a second.
Wait, something feels really wrong further in. It might be what I was sensing.
Unfortunately, we got no choice but to press on, regardless of what lies ahead.
Got it?
I'm going to open it. Are you ready?
All
Let's
right.
go.
Good to hear. Let's go.
I can sense a glow of a strange crystal and an even stranger monster in front of it.
What is that? I've never seen anything like it.
It's a crystal. Of raw magla. This feels wrong somehow. Now I remember. They say in the lands beyond mortal reach, great spires of crystal stand. And anyone who might touch them is driven mad.
That's all just superstition though, right? Still, this thing is giving off a really nasty aura.
That's no ordinary monster. Some kind of human?
The way it's moving, it's almost like it's protecting the crystal.
Here it comes.
Alright, so this guy is weak to
By the
ice,
tower.
so we'll just go ahead and hit the
You hit their weakness.
ice
In the name-
weakness.
Withdrawing, closing the
and
distance.
Just make sure
Warrior.
we're
I'll cut you
doing
down.
our slash damages with
Me!
Stroll.
Got them right in their weak
I come
spot.
forth, royal sword.
So by
As
hitting its
always.
weakness, we are getting
can't
several
afford-
extra
I call
turns,
upon
which
royal
is really
power
helpful
within.
as far as the damage goes.
No need. I won't hold back.
Okay, so as you can see up there, it says the front row is being targeted. So all we have to do on this turn
It didn't work?
Focus.
Now, what's the
is
play?
hopefully not
Stepping back.
miss, but
No
we did,
holding
so
back.
we'll just go ahead and use Diagonal Slash from the back. Because it was using it, targeting the front row, it's unable to hit us because we're in the back, and it'll go back to our turn. So, our miss was a little bit unfortunate,
Royal
but
soul.
we're able to exploit the mechanics of the fight
To the
pretty
fore.
easily.
I call upon royal power within. Mage.
Just keep on using Blizz.
It's okay. Let's go. Nice.
You hit their weakness!
Ah!
So it did do a bit of fire damage to us,
Let's go.
but it should be fine.
Got them right in their weak
Come
spot.
forth. Royal
If you
soul.
get real low, you can use Stroll's turn to
I shall
heal
fight.
up.
Are you
He's definitely
prepared?
the least valuable party member in this.
Not done yet.
Because he does about the same damage, but he doesn't generate you the extra turret icons.
I won't hold back.
You hit their weakness!
So it should get one more round of attacks.
They die
It's
hard.
probably just going to use its hyper routine again.
Now!
It does take out our MC there.
What have I done?
Someone, help revive him!
Oh, that is unfortunate. We might have to retry this.
Me.
Alright, so we'll just go ahead and blizz this guy
You hit
down.
their weakness!
I call upon royal power within. Hack and slash.
The power of heroes.
Got them right in their weak
I
spot!
won't hold back.
Sharp as always, Grius!
In the name of warrior, I'll cut you down.
They're mine.
Luckily, this enemy isn't too much of a heat sink. Or a health sink, rather.
Let's go.
Okay, let's try not to miss.
You hit their weakness!
In the name
Excellent.
of warrior.
So since we didn't miss, we can afford getting an extra attack
I
on
would
Stroll.
hold back.
Got them right in their weak
Let's
spot!
buy this power.
Sharp as always, Grius!
Stepping back.
Go ahead and step
Warrior.
back and slash.
Mage.
And do another blizz. So he's gonna miss us again.
Job, everyone! Talk about a close call!
I won't hold back.
And the rest of the fight should be
Hit
pretty
their
simple.
weakness.
Here in the early game,
Warrior. Hack and slash.
missing can really swing battles.
Mage.
So it's a mechanic in the game to restart the fight if you get some bad RNG. So
As always,
I definitely recommend making use of
Are
it.
you
If you
prepared?
don't want to, for whatever reason, you
Tougher
have
than I thought.
a challenge
No
that you're
damn.
trying to impose on yourself, then that's one thing. But it's literally a mechanic in the game, so I think it's a good reason to use it. Alright, so without losing the extra 2 turns of damage, we should be able to down him this round.
Now, what's the no holding back?
And I'll just go ahead and regular attack with Stroll.
Not done
And
yet.
use Blizz on Grius to take him out. Good amount of XP there. Got Grace up to level 9, almost got Stroll up to level 8, and the MC up to level 9.
Strength is only what you make of it.
What is this crystal? By my guess, the monsters were drawn to its aura. We shouldn't leave something so sinister just lying around.
More questions than answers, but there's no time to ponder them. We better move.
You can't be serious.
Alright. So we got an item here. I do probably think that we should heal up. So I'm going to use these medicines. That should get us to a decent level. We can continue on here. We got some more slimes.
Right there. All right. How's that? Time for some clothes. Come on.
One nice thing about the mage class is when you're in overworld combat and you can take enemies out, you do actually regenerate MP. So as you can see, my MP was down in the 50s, but now it's up to 60 after taking on that pack.
Really?
Hey, do you see that?
What is that? Just look at the size of it. Not something I hope to ever stumble upon. I'm afraid that's a dragon.
A dragon? You mean those creatures from the legends? I've never seen one with my own eyes.
Now I understand why the mine was closed. I must have dug right into this thing's roost and had no choice but to back off.
Look,
This mine taps a magnificent rain of resources. Only something as terrible as a dragon could have forced them to abandon such a lucrative operation.
but
Luck is on our side that we've got it slumbering like this. We can slip past it and continue forward.
Almost a shame. It has all sorts of things in its little, well, big nest. I can sense something tinged with magla, too.
Dragons are ancient, and strong magla follows in their wake. Just the way it goes, any so-called special item you're sensing is bound to have its fill of it. You're making it sound kind of appealing, but we're sure to end up in a fight if we try to take it on. Don't make this decision lightly, Will.
got it?
On that note, let's push on. Quietly now, and I do mean that. We wake that thing up, we're in for the fight of our lives.
But
there are monsters around here, too.
Aye, if they see us and cause a ruckus, we're done for. Keep your distance from them as we make our way through.
Let's go.
Understood? Good, let's go.
Don't panic.
Okay, so you can skip the dragon and go around, but we actually can take it on, especially with two mages. It is weak to ice, so we're gonna go ahead and fight it. Hey, what do you think you're doing?
No, stop.
Not good. On your guard now. It comes for us.
Can't say I was expecting you, Doc, to fight. You're either bloody bold or too confident for your own good. Just so we're clear. Slaying the thing's beyond you. Underestimating a dragon is the fastest way to get yourself killed. Fortunately, this one's on the smaller side as dragons go. We might have a chance of driving it off. Listen, keep an eye on its movements. Be ready for anything. If you sense it bracing to strike, stand your ground and shield yourself. Do not waste your lives in a place like this. Now, let's go, lads!
we're on a mission.
All right, so like I said, we can go ahead and just use ice attacks to generate extra turn crystals, just like we did on the previous boss.
In the name of justice, I shall
And
vanquish
we
evil.
can use Stroll to do some damage up front.
Crystallize!
Got them right in their
I
weak
will
spot.
buy this power.
Sharp as always, Grius.
And since
can't afford to
Stroll
hold
is in the
back.
front, we are going to just
Let's
go
see
ahead
how
and
this
guard
plays
with him
out.
just to make sure we aren't wasting too much HP, because he's going to be our pseudo healer this fight with items.
I've weathered
Badly
worse.
wounded. Don't push
So
yourself
it
so
did
hard.
double hit
won't hold
Grius,
back.
so that's actually good for us, so we can use
I
Stroll
shall
to
fight as
heal
the
him.
noble I am.
Just go ahead and put our items button.
Let's
Use
try
medicine
this.
on Grius.
My thanks. Any
That should keep him out of death range.
Got them right in their weak spot.
Come
And we'll
forth,
just go
royal
ahead
soul.
and
As
keep on
always,
keeping on.
I can't afford to hold back.
We'll
Guarding
guard with
seems the
Stroll
wise move.
again.
They're mine.
And ideally it hits him.
Trivial.
Alright.
Me! Freeze!
So it is 11 targeting our mages right now. Maybe
Now,
guarding
with
with
Gloria.
Stroll is causing it to reevaluate its targeting parameters. So we're gonna go ahead and use
do with
Fairy
this.
Dust just to make sure everybody gets healed up a little bit, gets out of death
owe
range.
you. Let's go.
Keep
Crystallize!
on using Blizz.
Got them right in their weak
Let's
spot.
go. Nice!
As always, Grius.
Warrior!
And then we'll go ahead and Diagonal Slash this time.
They're
And a
mine.
little bit more Blizz. I probably should have healed with Stroll.
Is everyone okay?
Can't give up
Heal
now.
up.
Please.
You're all hurt bad.
Me! Freeze!
Anyone get on
So we're
healing
definitely going to want to heal our
Hit their
MC
weakness.
with our
This
medicine.
calls for one of these.
I knew you'd help.
Grius has taken some
I
back
won't
hits.
hold
He
back.
could use some
And we
healing.
will heal Grius
Got
as
them right in their
well.
weak
I will.
spot. Sharp as always, Grius.
Now, what's the play?
It's definitely a little bit resource
This
intensive
should work.
to be trying this
That'll help.
early.
Blades
but
ready, lads?
I don't know if you can come back, and it's kind of a waste of time to do so, so fighting it now is probably
Let's go.
the best bet. I might have healed on Grius there as well.
Still fight.
Just don't double target, and we're fine. Perfect. Alright, so we're gonna heal on both
Gotta heal up quick!
the Stroll's turns here,
Call upon royal power within! This calls for one of these.
just to keep us out of death
No need
range.
to mate!
We keep on blizzing with our wizards.
It's our brightest power.
Sharp as always, Grius.
I shall fight as the noble I could do with this.
This, the power of heroes.
And one more round should do him in. One more full attacking round, we don't have to worry about healing. Shouldn't be able to hit all of us.
I won't hold
I think, like I said, a round of full attacking, we should be able to take this thing
I
out.
shall vanquish evil. They die hard.
They're mine.
There we go. Perfect. So good amount of XP,
That'll do.
some money, and
feel
we did level
stronger.
up as well. So let me go ahead and mark it on my sheet. And we're putting more points into luck, of course. That was close. Somehow we managed to drive it off.
Never thought I'd have to ever fend off a dragon. You lot never cease to amaze me.
Well,
So we simply had luck on our side this time. I must admit, however, that my heart sank the moment the dragon woke up.
If anyone truly intends to kill the beast, they need to have a gauntlet runner.
Gauntlet Runner would certainly make our return to Grand Trad easier.
You might well wish for the moon. Only the most prominent nobles have the means to secure a runner for themselves.
Hey!
Sorry to interrupt, but look at that. Over there, isn't that a treasure chest? Alright, so yeah, we do have several items here. We got Grand Iron, Glossy Fur, and Onyx, all of which are sellable items. And here is the reason that we took on the
Now that's what
dragon.
I call treasure!
A good weapon for Stroll, and it gets even better when we purify it at the church, which we can go ahead and explain once we get there. So let me quickly go ahead and equip that on him. A good attack boost, almost more than doubling his attack. So definitely worth it if you can manage it. And like I said, that's kind of why I recommended going the mage route, because it's a lot easier of a fight with two people being able to use Blizz. So we can grab some more items here. The dragon flying off kind of scared the other enemies away, so you don't have to worry about that. And there's no further enemies here, at least till we get to the city. So we don't have to worry about healing or any MP management.
Look, isn't that the exit?
All right!
It is! We can finally get out of here!
Looks like we can finally breathe easy, at least for the moment.
what?
Oh no, could it be?
Look!
Dragon's Roar? And you feel that shaking, right?
What the? It's getting stronger. What's going on here?
No, stop.
It's a cave-in. If you value your lives, run!
Okay, so we have a little, a sort of, like, runner type mini game here. You just have to avoid the boxes. It's pretty simple. There are some later on that can get a little bit more complex, but this first one's pretty easy.
We actually made it out.
And in one piece, no less.
Speak for yourself! I think that shaved a couple years off my life.
Damn storm. Can't afford too many delays, but we'll not be getting far in this torrent. We can make camp tonight and slip onto a carriage to the capital tomorrow, once we're out of the wastes. We'll have to, if we want to make it in time.
Public carriage seems a bit risky, doesn't it?
Not with all the outsiders flocking in for the funeral. We'll be 3 faces among hundreds.
Lovely. Another carriage ride. Hopefully this one's smoother than the last couple.
Let's just get our camp set up. Somewhere dry, preferably.
Ah, this is so cozy. I feel alive again.
Certainly better than freezing. Reminds me of when I was a child. Back then, I wouldn't have been caught dead out in the wilderness like this. Countryside nobility like us had no fortune to speak of. My parents bowed and smiled for their money, and honestly, I despised them for it. Back then, I thought being a noble was about, I don't know, a life of prestige, being respected. But one spring 7 years ago, our town was attacked by this horrific creature. A human. Though I'd no idea at the time. I was evacuated alongside the servants while the rest of the town burned. I waited for my parents to join us in the shelter, but they would never come. The parents I'd so despised had stayed behind to protect the villagers who couldn't flee.
They were heroes.
Your parents were heroes.
It changed everything. It taught me who my parents really were, what it really meant to be a noble. But our town's just rubble now. A footnote in history. The human that destroyed us is all we'll ever be known for. I remember my father petitioning the capital for aid, but no reply came. Even knowing how much of a threat the humans were. Now, I think, what if the army? Well, Luis. What if he's the one who abandoned us? If we were just a pawn in his game, then I will make him pay.
Hey, Grius. We all trust each other now, don't we? I think we can tell him.
Aye. Maybe you're right. I'll admit the lad's sword put me in mind of the past.
Something special about that sword?
Well, we used it to identify the messenger from our faction. But it originally belonged to His Highness. A kingly gift from his father. To better suit His Highness and his keen aptitude for magic, that blade was specially forged, with raw magla folded into the metal. Of course, when swordplay bored him, he'd amuse himself by levitating it or standing atop it to glide about. A royal rascal, that one. Those days were all too short. Then, 12 years ago, it all came crashing down.
I've heard. The prince was attacked, right?
There was a plot on his life. One I wish I'd rooted out sooner. Just like tonight, it was pouring rain. Your Highness, this way! Who let these blackguards into the palace?
My lord, are you hurt?
Back!
A royal knight. A wench and nothing more.
You knave! You know nothing of true knighthood. I pledged my life to the prince, and I'll not lose it to you! Highness!
Don't falter! Give chase!
Stop! They dare harm him!
Highness! Highness! What is this? His Highness survived the attack, but the curse hanging over him was powerful and complex. Of all the mage healers in the capital, not one could wake him. And he grew weaker with each passing day. We might lift the curse if we knew the specifics of its formula, but Luis would never give that up. Which leaves but one way. To dispel the curse, its caster must die.
And you're sure Luis is the man you seek?
I saw him in the fray. He was younger then. Younger even than you are now, and shorter besides. I could never mistake him. And now, after spilling the royal blood of father and son both, the people call him not traitor, but savior for his highness, for the king, and for the very future of this country. He must be dealt with. To kill Luis is to see justice served.
I see. So as he did with the prince, he would make of my city a stepping stone to further heights. A tool to spread the infamy of the humans. You haven't told that story to many, have you? Thank you for trusting me with it.
A rogue never forgets a debt. Even if it takes 3 generations, we'd see it repaid. But neither do we forget a grudge. And Luis will know that soon enough.
So, that's what all this is about. Say, friend, this mission means a lot to you too, doesn't it?
Yes. Of course it does.
You've been carrying a greater weight than I realized. In any case, I owe you my life. And we've both got something we'd fight to protect. Let's save this country. Together. Ideally, once we're out of this cold, of course. I think it's about time we eat. We're almost to the capital, after all. I'd say that's worth celebrating.
I'm beat.
I'm exhausted. Alright, so there are no beetles in this campsite that we have to get, so we can just go ahead and sleep.
Huh? I'm pretty sure I fell asleep.
Well, then it's just as I thought. While you're asleep, our connection is much stronger. You wield your magic with ever more confidence. Splendid. As I mentioned previously, the archetype grows and develops anew through encounters with others. Look for those bearing the nobility and presence of the heroes and kings of old. More virtuous than the weight of any crown or medal is the burden you place on your own path forward. The more comrades and supporters who stand beside you, the more your power will deepen as you soar to new heights. One day, if the people join hands and seize the freedom to decide their own future with their own power just as you do, that is my ideal world.
Hold on. What do you mean, supporters? We're trying to keep out of the public eye here.
I mentioned before, did I not? There is no hero without allies, only a single voice in opposition. In other words, even archetypes have their own strengths and weaknesses. They'll be of little use if used thoughtlessly. Life and death are seconds apart on the battlefield. Be attentive, mindful, and strategic. Only then can you emerge victorious. When you feel unsure how to proceed, I recommend you stop, assess your surroundings, and think. The smallest observation is often our greatest inspiration. Well, it's almost dawn. I will be watching with great anticipation. Until we meet again. The royal funeral draws ever closer. 4 days remain.
Good.
Already then, let's hit the road.
The king's funeral is coming up, is it not? We should hurry back to Grand Trad. We can go ahead and select the royal capital. We'll need to catch a carriage soon if we want to make it to the royal capital.
Let's go.
We can wait no longer. Are you ready?
Yep.
Great. Let's move
Right,
out.
let's get moving then.
Escaping the dragon's threat in the Nord mines, the party shakes their pursuers amidst the discovery of great powers. To make up for lost time, they risk hiring a coach to secret them the rest of the way to the capital. The royal funeral draws ever closer. 2 days remain.
Finally, we found a ride. Looks like we should make it in time for the funeral after all.
Last time we rode in a public carriage, it was hit by bandits. A pack of Louise zealots, too, if I remember. Talk about a nasty surprise.
You've come a ways since then. Any bandits who set on us now are in for a nasty surprise.
Reminds me of the road to the fort, sitting there in the cart. Never could have imagined you and I would be the only survivors. Strange. How fast life can change.
How are you holding up, Betty?
You okay? Unfortunately, I'd not had time to put any names to faces. Don't even know the name of the Roussant fellow we talked down.
The last couple days have certainly been eventful. Almost feels like everything we thought we knew about the world was wrong.
Well, plenty of people live their lives without taking a single step outside their city. But we haven't the luxury of ignorance, I suppose.
We're almost to the capital. Quiet now, and stay sharp.
Milady! Welcome back, and thank you for making the trip.
After so long, I am only surprised anyone remained here who yet remembered me.
Surely you jest, milady.
Pay me no mind. I heard of the king's death. The skyline is full of unfamiliar figures. 'Tis a testament to how long I've been away.
It's the guard that's changed the most. It's just chaos and politics there, arguing over matters of succession. Feels like we've lost sight of who we're even protecting. Not to mention talk of monsters at the border. We've nowhere near enough soldiers to deal with them on top of everything else.
After tomorrow, the city will calm. Once the formality of the funeral is past, a new king will be crowned, after which I suppose there'll be no further need of a search party. Not many even remember we were searching in the first place.
The royal funeral draws ever closer. 1 day remains. Escaping the Nord mines, the party hailed a horse-drawn coach and returns now to Grand Trad, capital of Uchronia, the day before the royal funeral. As they gaze upon the city, flags of mourning fluttering in the wind, the magnitude of their mission exacts its toll on the heart.
Careful now, watch your step.
The fog's rolling in. Rain's the last thing we need.
Can this funeral withstand more misfortune? I've heard they don't have enough soldiers to keep the peace.
Oh, it'll be fine. All the aristocrats are bringing their own personal guards. I imagine boredom's the worst we need to worry about.
Let's not draw attention to ourselves. There's a hostelry tucked at the back of Sunshade Row, the Hushed Honeybee Inn. We'll talk details once we're there.
Here we go.
That's terribly unfair.
Alrighty, so we will go ahead and head on down to the Honeybee Inn.
Look, I don't give a toss who's king. I just want some coin.
So this is Sunshade Row. Seems a fine place to disappear from prying eyes.
Got it.
But where's the inn? You suppose we should ask around? Well, you can do that. I do know where the inn is, and you can just follow the blinking marker, so not super necessary, but
crowd on this street.
Just run down this right street here, and the Hush Honeybee is at the end. You can see Grius right out in front.
You can bet.
Grius, we heard all the soldiers at the fort got annihilated, but not you, I see, you stubborn old bastard. About that. Aye, don't worry. Nearly all the Sunshade Row's in your debt. None of us here will go running our mouths now. Alright, so we can go ahead and head inside. This is the Hush Honeybee Inn.
Got it.
Finally, a place to get a proper rest. Something good's cooking too. I can smell it. Let's hurry inside.
You're back.
Papa, welcome home.
Well, hello, my Maria. I trust you've been staying out of trouble. These are, well, new recruits. Just enlisted.
So young. It's good to meet you. I'm Fabienne. This inn is my business and my home. Manners, Maria.
Welcome.
Hey, I'm wasting away over here. Where's my order?
Maria, could you handle that?
Yes, right away.
You're back sooner than I thought. Something happened.
Something bad. Barely any survivors.
I see.
I didn't know Grius had a daughter.
I know I've already asked so much of you, but would you mind looking after Maria a little while longer?
Of course. It wouldn't be the honeybee without her. Now, as for the rest of you, after braving the frontiers with this curmudgeon, I'm sure you would welcome a warm supper.
Once we're done, we'll head upstairs.
It's so good.
Oh, spicy. I can't feel my tongue.
Oh, pipe down and eat, boy.
That was delicious, especially the meat. I wasn't expecting it to have such a kick, but it grows on you fast.
Red grass roasted beedow. Bird meat. One of her hometown specialities. She's risked a lot to shelter me and to help the resistance. I owe her more than I can say.
You said we were short-handed, but are we really the only ones?
I know we've plenty of independent agents fighting in their own ways, but it seems none could avail themselves to us, which means we're the only ones who can do this.
Still, killing Luis. That's not going to be an easy feat.
Grius, do you have a plan? Fill us in.
Midway through the funeral, in broad daylight. That's insane.
It's risky, to be sure, but we'll never find a better chance at confronting the man directly. Don't worry. I'll be the only one getting close to him. I'll need you to draw Luis's attention from a different location. All I need is an opening. And don't rely on your fancy powers for this, all right? It'll attract too much attention. Killing a man and slaying a beast are two very different things. This is all I need.
You're joking. You and that kitchen knife against an archmage. Isn't there anything we can do to help?
No, you'll just get in the way. Besides, this kitchen knife can slit his throat like the swine he is. A fast kill, if not a clean one. It's nothing I've not done before. Give me my opening, and the man's dead.
I don't know about this, Grius.
I really don't know about this.
Stop fussing. Leave it to me. One last thing. Keep Maria company a while, would you? The girl gets lonely on her own.
Aren't you at least going to tuck her in?
You've got to prepare tonight. Too much still needs doing. And best that it's done as far from her as possible.
And there's his fatherly side, I suppose. Sorry, but I'm going to bed early. I need a full night's rest if I don't want to be a liability.
Well, we've all been short on time to ourselves. but I'd feel bad leaving Maria all alone. Shall we go check in on her? At least?
Look at that.
Okay, so we will go ahead and go check on Maria in the next episode, but I think we've just about had time here. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.